Okay, this is a call to a higher level of thinking. People need to realize that we can't continue to think in the short term and in terms of the easy gratification, easy and fast gratification of our base level instincts. This is not helping us to design a world where we can prosper for the foreseeable future. Some people might be able to develop a situation for themselves where their base level instincts are met or even exceeded. But the problem with that is it's unsustainable. And that's what we have right now. We just have a lot of unsustainable satisfaction of base level instincts. And we don't have thoughts in terms of what do we need to do as a species to plan for a good future for everyone. And a lot of scientists like to look at the animal kingdom and talk about, oh, well, they do this and they do that. And I think a lot of times it's implied that humans are kind of the same way, that we're just animals. But the reality of the matter is that we have the ability, unlike animals, to think at a higher level. Just because we might have those urges to be alpha male, alpha female, or to hoard food, become obese, or to sleep with as many women as we want, or for women to have as many kids as they want. While those urges might be there, to give into them like animals means that given the amount of power we have that we've created for ourselves through our superior understanding of the laws of nature, it's dangerous when you combine that kind of understanding with base level instincts, because what you have is that the higher levels of thought are being used to increasingly satisfy less enlightened desires. And when you have that, what you have is sort of a super animalistic way of thinking. And that is not what we should be doing with our higher levels of thought. What we should be doing is learning to ignore or to de-emphasize base levels of thought in order to make for a more consistent general satisfaction of base level instincts without getting excessive. The problem is people want everything to excess. They want the most of the best sex, and they want the most of the best food, and they want the biggest displays of superiority, and that's the problem. People don't think in terms of what's good for everyone. What's the collective idea? And that doesn't mean we have to be communist, but we have to think about the consequences of our actions. I helped put together a Hallmark store last week, and some might say it's nice to feel productive, but in reality, I'm just helping them to cut down trees and sell pretty much worthless paper with stupid quotes on them. I hate Hallmark. I think their cards are totally unoriginal and just dumb. But that being beside the point, it's really it's a waste. It's a waste for society. Now the e-card thing, that's fine. At least we're not cutting down trees. But we really have to start evaluating how our everyday actions affect the big picture. Not think about, I made up my paycheck today, and that's it. I did my job, without considering, what does your job mean? What does it mean when you do your job? What are the consequences of you doing your job? Sure, you might be providing for your family, but let's think about what the other consequences are. What's the greater consequence to humanity? So all I'm pleading, and especially for world leaders and those who are in a position of power, let's stop thinking instinctually. Let's stop thinking about um, exceeding the basic needs of our instinctual levels and taking all that excess and putting it towards ensuring a sustainable, positive future for all of humanity. And the first step to that should be less kids, as far as I'm concerned, because nothing's going to be fixed until we get that one done. So, we're not animals. Stop thinking like animals. Start thinking like what we should be, which is a step above.